नमस्ते बच्चों. Today we are going to see रचनात्मक लेखन, creative writing. What we are going to see today? A creative writing topic. In that we are going to see अनुच्छेद लेखन. अनुच्छेद लेखन we are going to see in creative writing topic. Let's see first what is called अनुच्छेद लेखन. अनुच्छेद लेखन की परिभाषा. Definition of अनुच्छेद लेखन. What is अनुच्छेद? अनुच्छेद is nothing but paragraph writing. Okay. किसी एक भाव या विचार को व्यक्त करने के लिए लिखे गए संबंध और लघु वाक्य समूह को अनुच्छेद लेखन कहते हैं. A group of related and short sentences written to express a feeling or an idea is called a paragraph writing. A feeling or an idea which is expressed in a group of related short sentences are called पैराग्राफ राइटिंग और अनुच्छेद लेखन इन हिंदी. दूसरे शब्दों में इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन से किसी घटना, दृश्य अथवा विषय को संक्षिप्त किंतु सारगर्भित ढंग से जिस लेखन शैली में प्रस्तुत किया जाता है उसे अनुच्छेद लेखन कहते हैं. किसी घटना, एन इवेंट, दृश्य, सीन अथवा विषय आर सब्जेक्ट. ओके, we are talking about an event or a scene or a subject. How we are talking? In a sankshipt and a sargarbit. That is, it should be short and matter oriented. Okay, so in other words we can say that the writing style in which an event, a scene or subject is presented in a short manner is called a paragraph writing. Okay. अनुच्छेद शब्द अंग्रेजी भाषा के पैराग्राफ शब्द का हिंदी पर्याय है. The word अनुच्छेद is the English word paragraphs. अनुच्छेद. Okay. अनुच्छेद is driven from the word paragraph, English word. अनुच्छेद लिखते समय निम्नलिखित बातों को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. The following points should be kept in mind while writing a paragraph. What are all those points? Let's see once. Okay. भाषा सरल, स्पष्ट, रोचक एवं प्रभावशाली होनी चाहिए. भाषा, language should be simple, clear, interesting and effective. Here the भाषा, language means the words, the wordings which you are using in the paragraph. Not that means that Tamil, Hindi, English language. Okay, it is not mentioning the Tamil, Hindi, English like that languages. Here Bhasha language mentioning the wordings which we are using in the paragraph. So how the wordings should be? Our wording should be very simple, saral, spasht, clear, rochak, interesting, प्रभावशाली, effective. Okay. यहाँ मूल विषय पर अधिक बल दिया जाता है. Here the basic they should be given more important. That is, the content should be explained more. We should not go here and there than the content. अनुच्छेद अधिक से अधिक 100 शब्दों का होना चाहिए. Paragraph should not be more than 100 words. It should not be more than 100 words. That means you have to limit the words under 100 words. अनुच्छेद लिखने से पहले रूपरेखा, संकेत बिंदु आदि बतानी चाहिए. Before writing a paragraph, you have to decide outlines and what are all the points you are going to say. All these things you have to decide before start writing the paragraph. Fifth point is वाक्य छोटे से छोटे और एक दूसरे से जुड़े होने चाहिए. So how the sentences should be? The sentences should be very short sentences and related to each other. If you are using very long sentences, when a person reading a paragraph, there can be a miscommunication. So we have to use very small sentences, short sentences, and the sentences should be related to each other. Okay, it should not be like different sentences. It has to be connected with each other. एक ही बात को बार बार ना दोहराए. Do not repeat the same thing again and again because we are in the limitation of 100 words. Okay, if you are repeating the same sentences again and again or same matter again and again, it will be excluded. That will be more than 100 words. That is why we have to take care that we should not repeat the content. 7th point, विषय से संबंधित मुहावरे, लोकोक्ति अथवा कविता की पंक्तियों का प्रयोग भी कर सकते हैं. Idioms and some proverbs which are related to the topic can be used. Muhavre means idioms, lokokti are proverbs, and kavita ki panktiyan, some sentences from poem, can be used in the paragraph. Okay, we can use these things in our paragraph to make our paragraph rich. अनुच्छेद के अंत में निष्कर्ष समझ में आ जाना चाहिए, यानी विषय समझ में आ जाना चाहिए. At the end of the paragraph, the conclusion should be understood. That is, the subject should be understood clearly. So we have to give a clear conclusion to the paragraph. Let's see two examples for Anuched Lekhan. First example is Mera Priya Tyohar. That is my favorite festival. Okay, here I have given my favorite festival is Diwali. Okay, I said about Diwali. If you want, you can write about your own favorite festival. So we are going to see two examples for Anuched Lekhan. First Anuched Lekhan, I have given here Mera Priya Tyohar. Mera Priya Tyohar means my favorite festival. Mera Priya Tyohar Diwali hai. My favorite festival is Diwali. So what are all the things you have to remember? You have to remember that the sentences should be short and you have to you should not repeat the content again and again, and you have to use very simple words. All these things you have to keep in your mind and write it. Okay, and then you have to decide the outline. What are all you are going to say about Diwali? Why we are celebrating Diwali? How we are celebrating Diwali? All these things we can cover in this. First, you have to decide that what are all you are going to cover in the given topic. Okay. ये हिंदुओं का प्रमुख त्योहार है. It's a main festival of Hindus. इस दिन भगवान श्री राम 14 वर्ष का वनवास काटकर अयोध्या लौटे थे. On this day, Lord Sri Ram returned to Ayodhya after spending 14 years of exile. उनके आने की खुशी में ही ये त्योहार मनाया जाता है. This festival is celebrated only in this joy of their means Ram's arrival. Okay. So we are celebrating this festival to celebrate the joy of Ram's arrival. इस दिन सब लोग सुबह उठकर नहा धोकर नए कपड़े पहनते हैं, अच्छे अच्छे पकवान बनाते हैं. So what are we doing here in this day? On this day, everyone wakes up in the morning and takes bath and wears new clothes, prepares good dishes. Okay, pakwan means good dishes. एक दूसरे के घर जाकर उन्हें उपहार देते हैं. And what else we do? We will go to each other's house and they used to give gifts to them. Okay, शाम के समय अपने अपने घरों में लक्ष्मी जी और गणेश भगवान की पूजा करते हैं. And what we are doing in the evening? In the evening, we are doing puja in our house for Lakshmi ji and Ganesha, Lord Ganesha. प्रसाद बांटते हैं and we used to distribute the प्रसाद. अपने घरों को दियों और मोमबत्तियों से सजाते हैं. We are decorating our homes with the diyas and candles. बच्चे पटाखे जलाकर अपनी खुशी प्रकट करते हैं. Children express their happiness by lighting firecrackers. मुझे ये त्योहार इसलिए अच्छा लगता है क्योंकि इस दिन खूब सारी मिठाइयाँ खाने को मिलती हैं. I like this festival because a lot of sweets are eaten on this day. We can eat a lot of sweet on this day. That is why I like this festival. So here I explained about the festival Diwali. So why we are celebrating Diwali is said first, and how we are celebrating, what all we are doing on that day, and why I like Diwali, that also said here. So this is my Rupreka, that is outline. So I explained all these things in these points, all these points I explained here in the paragraph. This is my first example. Now let's see the second example for Anuched Lekhan. Bal Mazduri. Bal Mazduri means child labor. बाल मजदूरी is child labor. गरीबी में पले और पढ़ाई से वंचित बच्चे अक्सर ढाबों और दुकानों पर काम करते देखे जाते हैं. Here about child labor, you should have some knowledge. What is child labor? Okay, why they became like that, and what are all the difficulties they are facing, and what we can do to get out from this problem. Okay, all these things can be explained here, right? Let's see whether all these points are discussed here in the Anuched Lekhan or not. So children raised in a poverty and a very poor educative circumstance, they often seen working in dhabas and shops. Dhaba means it's a type of hotel. Okay, we are seeing some kids are working there. जिस उम्र में उन्हें किताबों या खिलौनों से लगाव होना चाहिए, उस समय वह काम के बोझ से दबकर अपना बचपन खो देते हैं. So, at the age at which they should be attached to the books or toys, they lost their childhood under the burden of work. So, where they have to spend their life with the toys and books, they are spending their life by doing the work. अमीर लोगों की तरह सुख साधनों और पैसों के अभाव में इन गरीब बच्चों के माता पिता इन्हें स्कूल भेजने की जगह इन कामों में लगाने पर मजबूर हो जाते हैं. So why they are coming to job? Like rich people, they don't have lot of money. Due to lack of money, these people, what they are doing? The parents of these people, poor children, are forced to put them in these works instead of sending them school. Like rich people, they don't have money. That is why what they are doing? They are forced to put their children like these jobs. Okay. ये बाल मजदूरी किसी भी राष्ट्र के लिए एक कलंक समान है. This child labor is like a stigma for any nation. It is like a कलंक. Okay. इस कलंक को जड़ से मिटाने के लिए सरकारी योजना के अंतर्गत हर बच्चे को मुफ्त और मौलिक शिक्षा और भरपूर पौष्टिक भोजन की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए. So to come out from this, what we have to do to eradicate this, we have to completely clean this from the country. Eradicate. So to eradicate the stigma, what we have to do from the root, we have to eradicate this. For this, every child should have free and basic education and a provision of nutritious food under the government scheme. So they should get a good nutritious food and also some basic education, that too in free. Then only we can come out from this situation. Okay. प्राथमिक शिक्षा अनिवार्य और मुफ्त हो ताकि कोई भी बच्चा इससे वंचित ना रह जाए. So the elementary education, the primary education should be compulsory and free so that no child should be left out. Okay, no child should be left out from the education. माता पिता और बच्चों से बाल मजदूरी करवाने वाले लोगों के विरुद्ध सख्त नियम बना उनका पालन करना चाहिए. So what we have to do? The people who are using this child labor, okay, so against the parents and the people who make children to do the child labor, they should get some punishment. Strict rules should be made against these people. इन नियमों का अधिक से अधिक प्रचार कर हम इस बाल मजदूरी से छुटकारा पा सकते हैं और बच्चों को उनका बचपन लौटा सकते हैं. By giving maximum publicity to these rules, we have to make some strict rules to follow this, and we have to make that rules public. Okay, publicity. We have to give some publicity to that rules so that we can get rid of this problem, child labor, and return the children to their childhood. Okay, we can give them a good childhood. बच्चा के हाथ में झाड़ू पोंछा नहीं बल्कि किताब और खिलौने दें. वह राष्ट्र के भावी निर्माता है. So we have to give books and toys, not brooms and mops in the hands of children. They are the future builders of the nation, because our nation's future builders are the small kids, the children. So we have to give them books and toys instead of jhadu pocha. Jhadu pocha means brooms and mops. Okay. So we have discussed all the outlines. What is child labor, why they are like that, and what has to be done to get rid of that. All these points are discussed in this, right? I hope you understood, right, children? What is Anuched Lekhan and how it should be written, and what all the points should be remembered when you are writing a Anuched Lekhan. Everything is clear, I hope. You just practice it. Okay, children? धन्यवाद बच्चों.